Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith of the In the Black VTF here at T3 Live with today's market wrap-up to finish off the week. And summertime trading, a little bit lackluster, but there's been a few things every day to keep an eye on. And if you look at this here, you can see this S&P spider just walking down here. And so this afternoon we got back to here. We knew we were at risk because we've been seeing a lot of patterns like this walking down here, and you also often hear me talk about the importance of an inside 60 minute in the SPY, and we saw that too often again today. You might recall yesterday that we had this opening outside 60 here to open the day, went to the slight higher high off of that here, and didn't quite go inside 60, but this triangle needed to get bigger, and it did, and it went down all the way down into here. And then to start off today at another outside 60. And so that needed to resolve. We need to get outside of that outside bar to expand in order to expand the range. So we went inside 60, and that's where we really got our nice break. Inside 60 down, that's a condition you want to know about. Goes down, then the 60 exhaust, then you can protect yourself because we're not really sure how far it's going to go in this environment, certainly coming back down to the bottom of that, as you can see on the 30 before. Then inside 60 here, and you'll notice your longs worked a lot better right into here when we took that out. But in general, a whole bunch of nothing still because the month is coming to an end, and we are still in a very, very tight range, and don't expect that to change. So we'll see what allocations we have coming for the third quarter here. Still, how are we going to resolve this? Are we going to continue to walk this down again come next week? Or are we going to try and make an attempt to break it to the upside, which would still bring us into the range? So the big winner today was the the Ceres Therapeutics MCRB IPO. And this thing was really, really awesome. You hear me talking about using inside bars for entries. And so a lot of people will look at something like this and it's up too much. I can't get in. And the way to be able to get into something that's trending very heavily is to simply look for these inside bars, especially if it pulls back a little bit. And you can see this is a 5-minute chart, and you can see there's a lot inside 5 here. You have an inside 5 here. Another inside 5 here. And so when those equilibriums get broken to the upside, it's a buy right there, it's a buy right here. It was a buy right here, and as you can see, it just went zooming. And even if you were a little bit psycho on it on the oneers, this is an inside 1 right here. 1, 2, 3, pull back, inside 1, bam. You hear me talk about momentum hammer. This is a momentum hammer on the oneer. Boom, it goes up. If you look at the 3-minute chart, this is an inside 3, and you can see how it pulled back here to do it, and was still within the realm of the very, very steep uptrend, inside 3, and then off to the races and back to the high. So, don't be afraid of these things. Just, understand there's ways to get in there, inside 3 right here, and look for those inside bars. We were looking at Netflix, and the Netflix had all sorts of trouble here at the end, and it corrected a little bit during the day per the triangles. Here it comes up, and you can see how it tried to hold into this like that, and by the end of the day comes back towards the bottom of the triangle, then formed a smaller one in here. And all that did was, if you look at the 60, see the big triangle I showed yesterday, came down here and finally hit it. Yesterday was like a little above it, and I'm like, hey, give it a second. Goes right to it, stops, pokes its head up there, and goes 60-minute shooter to finish the day, and right back to the bottom of the triangle. So when we talk about inside bar rejections as a reversal strategy, that's what we're looking at potentially in Netflix. An inside week goes to new highs and gets rejected and comes all the way back. So we're certainly going to be looking for the short side below this week's low and 2 weeks ago's low to try and take this out next week. Take a look at Apple. Well, Apple did the inside day and down here. Very slightly, but it was inside day and down. And so once again, that's an inside bar rejection on the weekly. Potential a problem here because it couldn't hold the inside weekend up there. And then if you go to the monthly, still inside month. So without a big move in the next few days, it's going to be an inside month, and that range is going to need to break there. We talked about MU this morning, and MU certainly was very helpful, not just in and of itself, by going inside 30 and down right out the chute here. But it helped carry a lot of the semiconductors lower, and you can see the SMH here And even here, if you thought you missed it, inside 30, and then you really got the measured move. And so there's a lot of good stuff over there as well. And if we looked at hack into the cybersecurity, we had the inside day here. And so when you see this inside bar, remember it's going to inside day down, inside day. So if that selling had exhausted, it would have gone inside day and right back up. That's not what happened. Down, sideways measured move, and that gave us FEYE off the inside day. It gave us VDSI here coming down nicely. Cyber, some nice moves to the downside off of that stuff. Talked about IBB being one of the stronger and had a red day and pulled in today. And you'll also hear me talking about triangles becoming supports, and this is what I mean. Here's the triangle here, goes up and it comes back, tests it to the tick and holds there. So this is still a support level for the IBB, not the end of the world. When you hear me also talking about relative performance, and on a day that this thing is down, where might we want to be looking? And we wanted to look at PBYI because this is near the lows while IBB is on the highs, and it goes inside day again and down for another nice move for PBYI. Today we had the Dow Jones Diamonds go inside day, inside week. So, like I said, there's a lot of consolidations. FAS was also an inside day, and so still waiting to see if this is a series of higher lows and it's just a little pullback within the trend, or it gets worse. And so we'll be certainly keeping an eye on that next week. IBKR still going over there, and you can see this. What a month for the interactive brokers, and that's why I say you just look for where the strength is and just keep pounding it until it stops. We also have the end of the quarter and the beginning of a new month and stuff like that. And so to start off the week at least, we want to look at the equilibriums on the weeklies just to see, and then let the months close out, because Microsoft here starting off as an inside week. That's Dow Jones implications. Twitter, an inside week. If there's any hope, there's your inside week for Twitter. More Dow Jones with Exxon as an inside week. You have Procter & Gamble as an inside week. Visa as an inside week. MA with the Visa. We got Emerald Hess and the energy with your Exxon as an inside week. Apache here. So we'll see how all these equilibriums play out. And then in Techland, you've got SWKS. Here is an inside week with CRM. And LinkedIn. Here, getting real tight in there in the LinkedIn, and also in retail, we got Costco as an inside week, still going towards the low. So I'm not going to put too much more on it, except that we're coming into the end of the quarter, or a new quarter, depending on whether you're a pessimist or an optimist. And so we want to see how things kind of finish off here. We come into a holiday week, and to see if there's any discernible movement to start the quarter, or if a lot of people are going to be out of town and we don't have any real discernible action until after that 4th of July weekend. So we'll be watching those inside weeks to start the week, always trying to see how the sectors are lining up to try and get some sort of trend for the overall market. There always seems to be something that brings things back, like the crude oil started rallying back today just a little bit, right when the oils were very weak. But the crude oil come ripping back up, so that's supported part of the market there. And so all the pieces, parts haven't been put together either for a big move to the upside or the downside, so we'll keep watching those internals. All right, that's going to do it for this week. I hope everybody had a great week and has a really good weekend. I will see you on the desk on Monday morning. All right, I'm Rob Smith in the Black VTF here at T3 Live with today's market wrap-up.